I don't tell, you know, when I tell people out here, I mean, when you pray, ask for forgiveness because you come short. I mean, everything else you already got to believe you get, but you got to believe in you. How can you believe in your Most High and you don't believe in you? I believe in mine. I know. I'm not serving him because he don't need me to serve him. But he wants me to recognize. He don't need us to serve. And I understand you should go to the text. See, the reason why I say what I said. Everything spiritual for spiritual. Go hand in hand. Some got lies, some got physical. But it ain't about what you read. It's about what you're giving.
It's about what you're giving and not what
you're giving from your side. What you're giving. I mean, you know, when I was locked up when I was locked up in '89 to go back to the city, I wasn't tripping. But I prayed one night. I wasn't tripping about time, but it was just about, that's when I stepped up from the deacon in the Baptist. I was like, your father, move our bills. That was my prayer. I had a dream about Christians killing themselves. I can't do that. I would not study Islam. Islam ain't nothing but a book of praise. They don't recognize Christ as God, and he's not. He never said he was. I know. I know the truth.
Yeah.
His name wasn't Christ. I know that.
Right.
But when I tell people that they say what you believe in, say I believe in it. But what they don't understand, how can I believe in something higher and not believe in it? I mean, it's in it. If I believe in me, then I gotta believe in my Creator. A lot of people don't believe in it. They don't believe in themselves. They don't believe in themselves. I mean, they go through everyday existence. They don't believe in themselves. They really don't. The rich folks, they feel so sad. Some blacks, they just, you know, I don't know. They do different things. I mean, I'm not saying y'all not doing what you're supposed to do. But do old man a favor. Think about it, pray on it, whatever you feel like you gotta do. And if your soul tell you to tell people to stop believing in yourself, you do it. If it don't, then I would. Yeah, see, I'm I want the feedback now.
Yeah, because our whole premise is to do the will of the Father and through His Son. You know, we have to have faith in the Son, and to get out of this predicament that we in, right? So our thing is we teach well according to what He tells us to teach the people.
Christ said, don't believe in me, believe in the works that I do.
Yeah.
Believe in the Father. He also said, pray in my name and shall be given. And then Christ, okay, He did what nobody else did. He was away. But He was flesh. He wasn't no Trinity, none of that. Nah.
Yeah, we don't
coming down.
We don't believe no Trinity. Yeah.
But everything He did was the will of the Father. He did what no other man could do. But at the same time, so Christ got to look at himself. But the Bible tells us that. Okay, I'm going to say this first. He said, no man come to me unless the Father sends him, no man comes to the Father unless the Father. Okay. That's why I'm saying what you give. What you give. Believing in Christ is not what you say. It's not going to get you to heaven like hell. It's going to waste your time. What's going to come over? What's going to be? First of all, He gave us essence to forgive. But what's going to happen is that.
So what are we supposed to be saved from?
You're not.
You're not supposed to be saved from anything?
Okay, God had a ref. God. Okay, when Christ was born, what they say? They say, the angel something. And it said that God is no longer angry with man. So we was saved from this wrath. He gave us his forgiveness. But here's the catch. Okay, now no. What's the catch? Believing ain't gonna get you nowhere. Because work without faith. And what I mean by that there, if you're gonna believe, then you're gonna do.
Yeah. Belief is an action. There's an action behind it, but
everybody believe that. I have a great time. I believe. I like to tell you that. I believe in God. So I believe in Christ. He died for me. So I'm already saved. Whatever I do, I forgive. No, you're not. Repent ye.
What do you say? It's not. I couldn't hear you. You say you could.
She say whatever I do. Whatever she do is she forgive me. It's okay. Yeah. She forgives. She say
just
Christ
can't keep sinning and
Christ
sinning
died for me. That's not true. Christ told the whore when they got her to stone, he said,
yes.
He told her, go repent.
Sin no more. Yeah, he said sin no more.
So, you know what I'm saying? Believing ain't gonna get nowhere. Works without faith. I mean, you gotta believe and you gotta do.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You're not gonna sin.
Well,
but that one sin, you shouldn't go back to. Right. We're born in sin, we're gonna die in sin.
Right.
Saved. You just gotta help me, man.
So you
that's a good one. Thank y'all for listening to Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I gotta go.
All right.
Our people gonna call me. I'm gonna think
about it. All right, Shalom Akim. I want to give all praise and glory to our Heavenly Father Yahweh in the name of our Lord and Savior Yahawashi. That peace and blessings and mercy and grace be unto you from us. We're just going to kind of go into really what we've just been talking about, basically some of the false doctrines and how basically the gospel, or even just the message of the end of times, has shown basically what we've learned from modern day Christianity is nothing but lies.
Yeah. Right.
So what we've learned from our oppressors is now that they don't have no answers. Like we were talking about earlier, like their lies is not even lining up with one another. It's getting, you basically prove to them one lie, or you make them try and admit to something that they've already basically putting out there, and then they have to fall back and say something else. So we can start off, get Job, I think 13 and 4. Job chapter 13 and verse 4.
This is Job chapter 13, verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value.
Yep, they're forgers of lies. And that's part of the reason why that their lies are being torn down. Because the lies and truth is part of the balance of the Lord. In order for you to really know what the truth is, sometimes you have to see a lie. And when the lie is made manifest with the light of the truth, it has nowhere to go but to be basically destroyed.
Right.
Okay? So, I mean, that's basically what is happening with these people, man. These people are liars. So we can boldly tell them, hey, listen, the stuff that we learned from y'all is a lie. See, they know we're holding the same Bible, but they know the message that we come out with is completely different, and it has nothing to do, with what they've learned. Like we were saying earlier, we've had people come here, say that they're Christians, and leave basically denouncing the Bible within minutes. Because when they get confronted with the truth, now they have to throw whatever they learned away. You got something?
No.
Yes, you get that. Psalm 58. Psalm 58.
Book of Psalms, chapter 58, and verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Yep. So that's how they were naturally made. There's no truth within Esau. It's like, what's his name? Pontius Pilate asked Yahawashi, what is truth?
Right.
This is a guy that's supposed to be a governor ruling over his little territory, right?
Right.
But the dude had to ask Yahawashi, what is truth? They don't believe in truth. That's why Esau believes in theory, man. All of this stuff is theoretical. Esau will come through with the Hamitic theory. Esau will come with the out of Africa theory.
Yeah.
But then he'll call himself a Christian. Then he'll go and teach our people the same thing. And then when you show our people, like, listen, this dude said you came from an ape. He's saying in the evolution that you're basically behind where he was. He evolved from you and surpassed you as being above you. Jake will take it.
Right.
They'll go and take it and go to school and believe in that stuff, then come through and be like, it's a Christianity. So our people accept an Edomite version of Christianity that is basically forged upon lies. That's basically what they do, man. The Edomites don't really, they don't have what we need to know, and then because of it, like we were talking about earlier, when our people get into the knowledge of being Israel, they then begin to reject certain aspects of their truth that they should already believe in. But we know for, like things like baptism and among other things.
Right.
Because of what they've been taught. Even things such as like talking about this spirit and soul.
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff is lost among our people because they've been pushed with certain doctrine for so long that they want to reject everything and not understand what is right and what is wrong. So, you got, I'm going to the serpent in the garden. If you got something, go ahead and read that out. I'll bring it up. No, you read that. And
I ain't got nothing. I'm just
you can hit that Hosea. Try that Hosea 10 and 12 or 13. Hosea 10 and 13.
Yeah, go ahead and get that. Look at this in Genesis.
10 and 13.
Yeah, try that. I think that's one of them.
This is Hosea chapter 10 verse 13. Ye have plowed wickedness, ye have reaped iniquity, ye have eaten the fruit of lies, because thou didst trust in thy way, in the multitude of thy mighty men.
That's about it on just that part right there. Because that's one of the things, man. They trust into that. Read that one more time out.
Ye have plowed wickedness, ye have reaped iniquity, ye have eaten the fruit of lies, because thou didst trust in thy way, in the multitude of thy mighty men.
And that's basically what Esau does, man. He trusts in his own way. He doesn't give any credence whatsoever towards the Most High. And and Jake, being how he is eating the way of Esau, and found himself in an even worse situation than his enemy is.
Yeah, because Esau's control of one of his powers or abilities is lies, forgery, falsifications.
Right.
You go into the serpent in the garden, Genesis chapter 3. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which Yahweh had made. And he said unto the woman, hath God said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, ye may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest ye die. So she knew. She knew exactly what she was. She actually said exactly what she was supposed to say. Now let's see what happens. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. That's the fruit of the lie right there.
That's the fruit of the lie.
Right there. For God doth know that in the day that ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. So Eve, she desired to be a diva, man. A diva is Latin for a goddess. That's what a diva means.
Hey man, I was just meditating on that, man. I had done a moving job, right? So when we come in, my partner come to do the moving job, we get downstairs and I see the woman, I can already tell she gonna try to give me some, man. So I come in the house, and we looking in the house, man. It's her and like 3 kids. It's all, the whole place is out of order. I'm just thinking in my head, man, this is a wicked woman. It's all out of order, man. The whole house is messed up, man. Paper, trash everywhere. We go in the bedroom and she got Marilyn Monroe on the wall and diva this, diva that. Open the drawers, there's all kind of dildos and stuff popping out, man. And I'm like, man, this, this place is out of order, man. And then I looked up on my phone, diva, because she had diva everywhere. I'm looking it up and it's like, oh, goddess. And I'm like, oh, okay, I see what it is. She got one of them Jezebel spirits inside of her, man. I'm like, okay, that's what it is. Alcohol everywhere, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, that's crazy. I was meditating on that, man.
That's what Satan, that's what the serpent basically tempted her with, to be a diva, man. She wanted to be a diva, man, like Beyonce. Got a song with, I am a diva. She got that song. So that's all it is. That's why, she wants to be acknowledged as that. Now let's see what happened. And when the woman saw that the tree of the good was the fruit of the tree, or that the tree was good for food, that it was pleasant to the eyes, and the tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat as well. And you know the rest of the story. The rest is, I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but
so both of them partook of the fruit of those lies, man.
Yeah, but.
And what is that?
The woman took it first, man.
Yeah, she took it first, because Paul even reiterates that. He said the man was not deceived, but the woman was deceived.
Go and get that. That's in Timothy.
They just got they tribute 14th, man. Everybody coming, they'll take their tribute to the what the goddess, what is that goddess
what they call it? That goddess doing Valentine's? What is that thing called?
Cupid.
Yeah,
fertility.
The fertility. Ooh, is it the fertility? No, that's for Easter. That's for Easter. Yeah, the Valentine's. I can't remember what that thing is. It must be that Cupid or something.
Well, that's how it happens, because you see, when you go into like Valentine's Day and the way it's set up, it's all about the veneration of the female
energy. Yeah.
So these men basically have to acknowledge and give sacrifice unto their diva, which is their woman. Because see, all the woman does on a so-called Valentine's Day, all she got to do is just do a public acknowledgement of it.
Yeah.
Whether it be on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, that's it. You got to go all out and do all this stuff for her to make that day special unto her, to venerate her as a goddess.
It's amazing how because even when you go into the Mother's Day, they do the same thing on that day, but then they don't even venerate the father on the Father's Day.
Some women is greedy. They get Father's Day and Mother's Day. Huh?
They do. They'll drop it.
They done took that Father's Day.
They took that down, man. Yeah, they totally took that Father's Day. Ain't like we celebrated, but just to let them men who adopt that philosophy, they done yank your power even in the lie.
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to assert authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression.
That's right. That's the reason why, women have, they shouldn't be teaching unless they're teaching their kids.
Right.
That's really it. You know what I'm saying? Even that has to be supervised by your husband.
Yeah, because
make sure that Satan didn't give you something that you're gonna give to your kids wrong.
Yeah, you don't want to give them no bad food, man. And that's why the men have to guide that house.
Yeah, they're not gonna do that though, man. They not gonna.
Some of them will. A lot of them will.
I'm gonna test it tomorrow Sunday, right? I'm gonna test it tomorrow and go do a testimony in my church about this verse right here. I'm gonna get a lot of tomatoes in my face, man.
You shouldn't be going there, bro.
Hey, don't go in there.
You shouldn't be going there.
Yeah.
I think I already told you about that, man. I would altogether start doing that. That's probably a woman that's telling you to go there. And
I just I don't go there a lot. I just, you know what I'm saying, went to go see
I wouldn't even go there at all. They ain't got the truth.
Cause see, they
ain't got the truth, bro.
Well, see, that energy, it's the energy inside of that facility. When you go into that facility, it's a drawer. It's kind of like if I hang with this particular guy who's doing wickedness, you go into that Corinthians, how can light dwell with darkness type thing.
Yeah.
Because the thing is that it'll grab you, and then whatever you have, it starts to take that away too. Yeah. That's why we always, we kind of be real staunch on separation on that piece, because that's the
Bro, since I've been in the truth, I have not stepped into no false religion thing, going over to no building, bro.
Yeah, because
the guy that's teaching you should be sitting there like, I know more than this guy.
Yeah.
So why even listen to somebody that is not even in this thing, man?
That dude is totally out of there. That dude, and his whole thing is on the woman. He'll basically, he's like reeling in women, because those are the only ones that'll give the money to him.
Enough to do that.
Yeah, they can't see, because all the brothers gonna see.
Most men that are going there, they're going there because they're dragged by their woman, bro. Yeah. Period. They're not doing it.
Those Christian churches are all about they get that woman first,
and the woman drag the husband, drag the kids.
Yeah. Don't
even go there. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop this, because we was just talking about this earlier, just to kind of give you an example of of that. It said, this is Jeremiah 40, 44, and 15. Then all the men which knew that their wives had burned incense unto other gods, and all the women that stood by, a great multitude, even all the people that dwelt in the land of Egypt, in Pathros, answered Jeremiah, saying, as for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of the Lord, we will not hearken unto thee. So they up here rejecting the word of Yahweh from Jeremiah. In 17, but we will certainly do so whatever thing goeth out of our own mouth, to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven. So you had men, it says right there in 15, then all the men which knew that their wives had burned. So these men wasn't even guiding the house right.
Yeah.
So these men were actually following those women. They didn't even step up to the plate to be like, hey, you don't supposed to be doing that. Those women were more in control than those men were. So that thing was...
I mean, you right about that, man. But see, on this, how I look at it, man, I've been to a lot of different churches, and I know this church, they not, it's leadership there. They just not...
I'm gonna ask you a question, Doc.
Yeah.
What's the name of the Lord, man?
The name of the Lord.
What's the name of the Most High?
I mean, I can't say what the name of the Most High is.
Man,
I haven't personally
bro,
done
you need to
research.
go. I don't know what you've been listening to, bro. But that's not good. That's why I asked you, Doc.
Brother, I understand what you're saying, but if you're gonna ask me a question, you should at least allow me to answer you before
you said you didn't know.
Brother, I said I haven't know because I haven't personally seen it and done the research. Y'all say it's Yahawashi, Yahawashi. Well, I understand that, brother. I understand about what y'all say, but I haven't personally studied that myself.
Hebrews 11, Doc.
Yeah, because you got to get that. That's one of the most important things in this faith.
I'm surprised you're saying that, bro. Because you either come down here and you listen to brothers, and you don't, and it go one ear out the other.
Brother, see, I'm trying to be patient with you, brother. What you're saying, I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying that I don't believe in the name. What I'm saying, just like y'all got this sign, 12 tribes of Israel here.
Yeah.
I look at it and I understand what y'all saying, and I see the value in what you're saying. But as far as me having in the word read it myself, I haven't read it in the word myself. That's what I'm saying. You ask me, do I know? Like if you ask me what I read out of Ecclesiastes, I can tell you, yes, I know that because I personally sat down there, read it myself, and experienced it myself. So I say, I will know. Based upon what you told me, I know. Y'all say, okay, the name of the Lord is Yahawashi and Yahawashi. I can't say that I know that because I haven't read that.
Do you believe that?
Now, I can't say I believe because I haven't read
Hebrews 11 and 1. Go
ahead. Go.
This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
So you don't have to see it to even believe it. You're talking about I got to see it in order for me to believe it. But when I first heard the name and I believed upon the name, I didn't get the breakdown until later. I believed on the name. I'm just saying, don't put yourself in a pickle like that, you know.
I mean, to be honest, man, the Lord got many different names, man. The Lord has many different names.
Here it is on this, because you know the scriptures are specific on that one name. Now, on that piece, one of us can shoot you a lesson. And we can shoot you a
lesson after camp.
Yeah, after camp, because you know the scriptures do say we got to be patient in according to the fruits of the spirit. Now we'll shoot you that lesson so that you can get abreast, because we know, hey man, you've been baptized. That thing has to be resonated within your spirit, so that you can grow. So you can grow in.
Like you came here many times. You know what So I'm just wondering what Of course. Like the brother said, we'll shoot you that stuff if you need it. Everybody has different levels of faith.
Yeah.
You understand that? But it's just, we have to be stern and ask questions. We're in the last days. So I got to ask you, all right, what's the Most High's name? What's the Son's name? Because if you don't got it.
And that's a love that's a love thing, because we looking at it, we know that you've been baptized, man. So we got to be like, hey brother, we got to
get you on track. Because if you leave from here and you ain't got it, man,
we got to get it to you. Yeah.
Because
I feel you.
There's a sense of urgency, bro.
I feel you. I feel you on that, man. I feel y'all brothers, man. I feel you, man. I feel you.
Hey, I'm not trying to be offensive, brother.
I understand.
Yeah, that's a damn alarm.
Yeah.
When you said that, bro, that's like a dang ambulance coming down the street like, man, there's an emergency, man. Somebody needs to get their life saved.
Because if one of these two brothers come to me one day and say, bro, I don't think we need to be baptized anymore.
Well, I don't know the name. The name
I'm like,
the Lord got
Aki, man, we gonna have this.
The Bible in the Gospels,
the Lord has one name.
The Gospels in the Bible, it says many times that you need to be baptized. It says that expressly, but I've never seen from what I read in the King James Version, it say the Lord's name was Yahweh flat out. I've never seen that.
You're not gonna see it in the English, bro.
I mean, you might need to tell me.
That's what we talking about. The lesson. The lesson gonna have to come to you. Yeah, we're gonna have to see you the lesson, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Hey,
hold up, bro.
Hey, but what y'all got? Hit that Hebrews 11.
Keep going down on that Hebrews 11 now.
Verse 2. For by it the elders obtained a good report. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the words of Yahweh, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear.
Including his name.
Right.
His name was that when his name was given.
Hebrews 11.
The children of Israel didn't come through with a breakdown of his name.
Right.
It was given to them.
Yeah. What was that? What was that? Was that last part that you went to? What did you stop at?
That was verse 3.
Verse 3.
Oh, okay.
Go down to 6.
Verse 4. By faith Abel offered unto Yahweh a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous, Yahweh testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaketh. By faith Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found, because Yahweh had translated him. For before his translation he had this testimony, that he pleased Yahweh. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
Yeah, so if you don't have faith in who he is, you can't even be rewarded. So we want to make sure that is repaired.
Yeah.
Because if you don't believe in his name, and you don't know who you're calling upon, and you don't believe that is his only name, then you're not of the household of faith.
Yeah, we just got to get you on that track so you can be locked in. That's it.
Bro, you know, we've been preaching for some years now. So I mean, you know, we was at the old group. You know the name. If from that time you had said it to those brothers could have been trying to break it down to you and try to give you an actual physical explanation of the name. You know what I'm saying?
So I mean, the thing of the fruits of the spirit. When I see a brother and I see him stumbling on the ground with his shoes off, I know that he has a demon in him. Nobody has to tell me that. I don't need to go into the word and see where the demon was throwing him into the water and throwing him into the fire, because I know what that is. But when I'm down there and the brothers say the name of the Lord is Yahweh, they never broke it down to me. Where they get that from. I don't know where they get that from.
And they
need to see that. When I read the text, all it says is that it says the worlds were framed by the word of God. That's all it says. God. So you know what I'm saying, when you say, do you know the name of God, you say, do you know? I say, oh God.
If you're a believer, wouldn't you want to?
I do. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm here, because I want to know.
Because before you read that out, I'll say this, for those even on the camera. When you preach this gospel, when you preach the gospel, many times it's a faith-based thing. Right. Because if we have to do it with if we got to break down the name with everybody's different. But if we have to break down the name full piece every time to every single last believer, every single time, right? Yeah. We're never gonna get out.
Yeah. Because that's why the faith has to come be that major component. Because me and Ak went through an ordeal with this sister on the name. Oh my gosh, man, that thing just, it was like, man, this is crazy. And it just got to a point, I was like, man, okay, I gave her all the information I could give her. I say, really what it amounts to right now is faith. Correct. I say, I can't go any further on the breakdown, but the Most High does give you clues inside the scriptures. He gives you clues. So we already know that letter J didn't come around till about the 15th century. We can go through history and find out. We can go through to Israel through the Hebrew. We can go into Hebrew and find out that there's no letter J. But Psalm 68:4, it says, sing unto the Most High, sing praises to his name, extol him that rideth upon the heavens by his name Yah, and rejoice before him. So he gave you a clue right there. So these are like little clues that he'll throw in on his name. But then when you go into the Hebrew, you'll start seeing that Yah, the Wah, the Ha, Yah, Ha, Wah, Ha.
Yeah.
So you'll see that those letters in there, and they're getting. Then you start to, you know, when we give you the lesson, it'll break it down even more
Now
for
the
you.
thing about it, when you go in, that's the reason why, you know, you go into the book of Acts, when Paul was reaching out to the scattered among the Gentiles in the islands of Greece, you know, the Asia Minor, which is modern day Turkey, and them areas, a lot of them didn't even know how to speak Hebrew. We know this for a fact. You go into that they had, there's a lot they didn't know how to speak Hebrew.
Yeah. They was
a lot of them did not know how to speak Hebrew. So when he gave them the name of who they should believe on, they believed by faith.
Yeah, they just believed by faith.
Right.
He didn't really have to.
There's no indication that they had to continue going and breaking down everything, or even those that even spoke. Yeah, exactly. Even those that spoke Hebrew in Judea.
Yeah.
They had to believe on the name.
Right.
They didn't see the angel come and give it to Mary. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you?
They had to believe so by faith. Now for a brother like you, you want to see the breakdown of the name, that's good.
Yeah.
We saw it after we believed.
Yeah.
So you're allowed that right.
Yeah.
We're just saying, do you believe though?
Yeah.
That's where we're coming from.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So let me ask you a question. What was the reason why you decided to break from GMS? What was the straw that broke the camel's back when y'all decided to step away from GMS?
They was going. The doctrine was off.
The doctrine was off. About what issue?
About many stuff.
Just name one issue that the doctrine was off about.
Well, for one in particular, there was they just spoke in absolutes that this particular person ain't gonna make it into heaven. That's totally off. He don't have the authority to say that. They was making us do things on the high holy days that were not according to the scriptures, bringing in Easter eggs.
That was something about baptism.
Baptism, they was against baptism.
Okay, so they was
there was a lot of different
speaking
things.
The word is baptism, right, as opposed to actually doing the physical
right.
Ritual in water.
Right.
That's correct.
Okay, so is it correct that speaking the word is baptism? Or
no.
You have to do the physical baptism.
The physical.
How did y'all discern that?
Because the scriptures.
Hey, look, here it is right here.
The scriptures break it down clearly, but how would you know that? How would you know to make that discernment if those brothers were trying to teach you different on faith?
Well, that thing was that they were being guided according to a teaching that they really didn't learn themselves.
Exactly, that they was going based on what?
Oh, somebody saying something.
Somebody saying something, but they accepted it on faith, right? That what they was being taught was true, as opposed to actually reading it. They never read it. They didn't
go into it.
They was taking the information they was given, right?
Right.
That baptism is speaking of the word as opposed to actually doing it.
Now let me tell you this.
Exactly.
Now this piece on here. Now the scripture in Jeremiah states that cursed be the man that putteth his faith in man and make it flesh his arm. Meaning that you're putting your whole faith into the doctrine of this man.
That's not matching up with the scriptures.
That's not matching up with the scriptures. So that teaching that they're doing, according to the scripture, it says, "Cursed be that man." Because now, if we coming in and we saying we going according to Yahweh and Yahawashi, we got faith in them. They're putting their faith into an individual who is just saying something to them.
But y'all are coming out the word, he's coming out of his mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we'll show you why the Most High does that, because people have to believe. There's certain people that have to believe lies.
Right.
So at the end of the day, and before you came here, or I think early on, we're talking about the lies have to be out to manifest the truth. So get that.
So I'm gonna get that too.
So can you be baptized by the word, or can you be baptized if you have to have a physical baptism? That's what I thought.
So here I'm gonna show it to you. This is Jeremiah 17:5. It says, "Thus saith Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusted in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord." So that's what they did. They put they trust and their heart into man on that.
And literally, when you would ask them, it's like when you ask them who's your head, they didn't even say Yahweh Shai. I asked a few
personally.
I asked a few guys when I asked them who's their head. They didn't even say Yahweh Shai. They said another man.
So now they
that let me, and that's before I left. That let me know that it was time to go.
Right,
because they already even confessed with their own heart that they trust more in a man all the way out in Sleepy Hollow, New York, than they did in Yahweh, man. In fact, one of the guys told us, these brothers was witnesses, and this is before, and this could be brought in on the last day if we lying. The guy told us that what was written in the letters of Paul was for that time.
Right.
We could take that to the judgment seat. Am I right?
That's true. That's true.
We can take that to the final day before Yahweh.
All three of us
all
was
three
there.
Of us.
And then if you go down to 7, it says, "Blessed is the man that trusted in Yahweh, and whose hope is the Lord." So, you know, he gave you 2 instances. One trusting in man, cursed. One who trusted in Yahweh, blessed.
So can I ask you one? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. According to Scripture, according to the apostles in Acts,
yeah,
they said you must be baptized by the name of Jesus Christ in order to be saved. Now, there's only one name you can be saved by. Now,
correct. There's only one name you can be saved by.
Many people baptize in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. That's
correct.
Not the name.
You're right. Go ahead.
The name, there's only one name.
That's right.
Which you can be baptized by.
Yeah, there's only one name. You're right.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. So there is not many names. There's only one name. Now that name, like the brother was talking about earlier, is clearly not Jesus, because the letter J did not exist back 2,000 years. I know.
I don't understand. I'm not saying that you guys, you didn't figure out that name. Correct. I'm just saying there's only one name.
You're right. You're right about that. One.
Yeah.
And it says it in the book of Acts.
But here's what they do. They baptize in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. I'm thinking, okay, well, what is the name?
Yeah.
Which I can be baptized in.
Right.
There's only one name.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, and that's what,
and what's your
we're
name?
going into it. The guy.
What do you call him?
We call it, well, Yahweh Shai. That's who we call our Savior, Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai. That was his name 2,000 years ago. That was the name that they were baptized in. Now, someone will say, "Oh, prove it." We believe it by faith. We know the paleo. Now, if someone doesn't believe that, that's because they don't have faith in that name, and that's okay. We don't have no control over people's faith of whether or not they believe the name. We can help them if they need assistance.
What? They translated it into something different.
Well, no, you can't.
You guys told me they translated the name.
Oh, well, yeah, they translated that name Yahweh Shai into Jesus, what people are using today.
Yeah, because when you go into the different translations, for example, in the book of Acts, when they talk about Joshua, when I don't know if it's Timothy or one of them was going into the history of the Israelites. When you go into his name, it doesn't say Joshua, it says Jesus. Yeah, but it's talking about Joshua, the son of Nun. So why don't we call him Joshua? When it's the same exact spelling.
Yeah, right.
I agree.
Now this is Acts chapter 4 and verse 12. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is one name, there's none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. So if we don't have the name, if it's many names, then we might as well stay in captivity till we perish.
Oh, he's supposed to.
Huh?
I felt that.
You felt it, didn't you?
Yeah, I felt that. That.
Because if we don't got the name, then we might as well perish off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
Because we don't got no deliverer.
Yeah, and it's that's true.
You
see
the name because they translated it 2 times.
Yeah. So we might as well perish off there. We're doing this in vain then. Because we ain't got the name because somebody's saying there's many, if other people saying there's many names, we ain't got the name, then we gonna perish. We have no savior. We have no deliverer. That's what it mean. We have no deliverer, we're gonna perish.
Well, I thought that.
But that's not the case because
the word is true.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
Now, and look, this is, and just to go into the Father's aspect, Yahweh Shai, the Lord and Savior, look what he said unto the Father about his disciples. This is John 17, starting at the 11th verse. I'll start at the 10th verse. And all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them. And now I am no more in the world, but these are in the world. And I come to thee, Holy Father, keep through thine own name those whom thou hast given me, and that they may be one as we. While I was with them in the world, I kept them in thy name. So that name has to be important, man. You got to have the Father's name and the Son's name. Without the Father's name and the Son's name, it's
That's right.
it's vain for you. It's vain for you. You're gonna be calling on a like those people were in what city were they at that spoken to the unknown God.
Unknown God. That's in the book of Acts. And then Paul said, "Here I declare to you."
Yeah. So you get
now you gotta be spiritual enough to say you're reading it in English.
Right.
He was speaking in another language, and if he gave them a name, he was going to give them a given name.
Right.
Just like Michael Jordan is still Michael Jordan in China.
Yeah.
Still Michael Jordan.
When you go to Mexico, they don't call him Miguel.
They don't call him Miguel.
Miguel is in Spanish for Michael, but they call him Michael.
They call him Michael Jordan.
Same thing with the name of the Father and the Son. They have a given name, and that's it. One. Yeah. That's it.
And even when you go to Israel, you know, they call Michael Mikael. They say that. But when they on TV, they'll be speaking their Hebrew, and they'll say that last name Jordan because they don't use it, but they'll say Michael. They'll come out and just say Michael instead of Mikael.
Really?
Yep, they'll call him Michael.
So you're saying the name, the Savior's name is
Yahawashi. That's his name.
Which means he is salvation. He's the Savior.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to understand that.
Yeah, that's good.
But I mean,
I sent it to you.
You probably
when Moses in the burning bush, when he asked the name, he said, "I am that I am." What is that in Hebrew?
Yeah. Now, I am that I am is Ashar, Ahaya, Ashar. But that's like you coming in, and I come to this brother. I'm not gonna say I am spoke to me, or I'm gonna say he is. Yes, he is, right?
He is.
And he is Yahweh. He is Yahweh.
He's just saying, I am who I am.
Yeah, I am who I am. See, there's another group out there called...
We're going to get it because it's going to tell you, because we're going to get his own mouth.
Yeah, out of his own mouth.
He's going to say it. Right. Now, this is for Exodus 3 and 15.
I got it.
This is Exodus chapter 3, verse 15. 14.
Yeah, start at 14. Yeah.
And Yahweh said unto Moses.
Now, we're of course reading it in English. Now, you know that the cap letters of Lord, right? You've seen it. They're in capital letters. Now, when you go into
the Old Testament means the Lord God Father.
Yeah, when it says Lord or Lord God, when it says Lord God or Lord and it's capitalized, when you go into the actual original manuscripts in Hebrew, that's the word. You go on the blue letter, it'll show you the characters. Now, for one, they're not going to show you they're not going to show you the actual name breakdown. I have a dictionary with multiple Hebrew words. There's a certain pattern and a certain way of doing things. 1 + 1 will always equal 2. When you go into the modern day Hebrew, which is known as the Yiddish, they actually switch up the characters they don't match, because that word, the way they speak it over there, is based on the Slavic language from Eastern Europe with Hebrew characters. This right here is a definitive name. So go ahead,
This is Exodus chapter 3, verse 13.
Now he's gonna replace Yahweh with the Lord God. Go ahead.
And Moses said unto Yahweh, Behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, that Yahweh, the God of your fathers, has sent me unto you.
Where you going?
Or you could say Most High is...
No, you don't have to say it because it's not in capital. If it's not capital, you don't need to say it. Just read it like it is.
The God of your fathers has sent me unto you.
So
and they shall say to me, what is his name?
So Moses understood that if he went back to the children of Israel,
he's going to
have to give them a name of a God that is sending him.
Yeah, that's right.
So why would he ask? He said, when they ask me, what is your name? What is he going to say?
Now, there's people that confess that Jehovah was the name of God before Christ.
And Yahweh said unto Moses, I am that I am.
That's what the brother was about. That's Ashar. Ahaya literally means I am.
Okay, could you repeat that one again?
And Yahweh said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel.
Wait, hold on. So he didn't even tell Moses to say I am that I am.
Right.
He replied, he just said, I am that I am. Thus shall you say. So all you guys, Ahaya, Ashar, Ahaya, GOCC followers, you're through.
Yeah.
Because that was not even, he said, that's not even what he replied to Moses.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Yeah. Hey, look.
That's wisdom.
Hey.
Shalt thou say unto the children of Israel,
Thus shall he say.
Now this what you gonna say to
I
him.
am has sent me unto you.
Now.
Now he's saying, I am the one.
He is.
I am who I am. Meaning he's basically like uplifting himself. He's like saying, I am who I am. I am sent.
Yeah.
What? And I am literally means like I exist.
He's saying
I am is I exist.
You're right.
The ahaya is I means I. Haya means I exist. See, so he's saying, I'm the one that exists.
Yeah.
I am who I am.
Yeah. And then when you come to somebody else, you're gonna say, he's the one that exists.
Yep.
He's the one that exists, which is Yahweh.
And he say that in the Hebrew? How you say it?
Yahweh.
Now peep this. What is the number one question that people say about God? They say, does God exist? If you even type it in Google and say, does God? It'll probably try and finish you to say, does God exist? You know what his reply is? Yahweh. He exists. His name literally means he exists.
He exists.
It's an answer to a question that people ask for. Been asking.
That's so cold right there, bro.
He literally, his name is like an answer to everybody on the planet.
Yep.
Okay.
That's how cold his name is.
That's a cold name.
Here's one of the passages of Jesus said.
No, you gotta keep reading down when he does.
Of the Father, I created the heavens and earth. Of the Father, I created the heavens and earth. I'll find that stuff. Now listen to what I'm going to tell you. Jesus, of the Father. That means of God's power. Jesus is the light.
That's all you
He talked to us last week. He's sincere. He asked the questions. Now he
When
asked
you
us.
ask it, it's not even in line with what it's not even a branch. It's just like another tree.
It's another branch. It's another branch.
Yeah. Now, hey, we're gonna go ahead and finish this part up so that way we can move on to whatever else is next.
Verse 15. And Yahweh said moreover unto Moses, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, Yahweh, the God of your fathers.
So that's in bold. That's the Lord in capital. He's saying, this is what you're going to say. Moreover, Yahweh, this is him speaking.
Yeah.
Now, why would he say Yahweh? Why would the Most High say his name Yahweh? Why did he just say Ashar Ahai again?
Right.
Why is he speaking about himself in the third person? That's what you're basically saying. No, he's saying my name. He's saying Yahweh. Go ahead, Ak.
Yahweh, the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, has sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations.
This is my name forever.
Forever.
He said, this is my name forever. That sentence he said, Yahweh is my name. Yahweh, the God of the Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is my name forever. So there's no multiple names.
Yeah. So it's just one name.
It's one name. He said, this is my name, not names.
One name for the name. One name for the Father and one name for the Son.
Forever. Like Sandalot, man. You ever watch that movie? Forever.
And he clearly said he's not the God of everybody. He named a particular group of people in that book, in that verse too.
God of everybody.
Yeah, and he let him know he's not the God of everybody.
That's right.
By even saying that statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he already said
It's not meat to get the food of the children to the dogs. When the Canaanite woman had come, right? She was trying to get revenge.
Yep, and she is a Canaanite woman.
Yeah.
These guys out there in the other, what's it called? Which that was another one.
And she acknowledged that too. Yeah. That's why that blessing came upon that healing.
Well, for her daughter.
For her daughter, because she acknowledged that.
She acknowledged that she
was below.
Right.
Because most of them people wasn't gonna say that. He's like, well, I ain't no dog. No blessing for you either.
Yeah, and he said because of thy saying.
Yeah, because of thy saying. That's
Not
right.
because I wanted to do it, but because of that saying, the child has been made whole.
Yep.
Just because that was literally a crumb.
Yeah, that was a crumb right there.
Right.
Because she ain't getting eternal life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because she made the statement. She said, hey, even the children.
Got guys in this man, see how shy he called his wife a little dog. No, that's what you do, nigga.
Yeah, right.
So I believe it's Acts 3:10. I believe that God said, I have made that same Jesus for Lord in Christ, or whatever name you want to call him, Jesus.
That's right. Lord, yeah. Christ is just another word. Just means Messiah, anointed.
Anointed, yeah.
It's like Crisco oil. Crisco oil. Christ just means oil, anointed. That's what it really goes back to.
Okay.
So he was a Messiah. He was anointed, chosen. He's both Lord and Messiah, or chosen, or anointed.
Right. So his name is a title.
No, you have titles.
You got titles.
Titles and name are different.
So
I could call it
Emmanuel is the title.
Emmanuel is the title.
Yeah.
God with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like if you're in the military and I called you a sergeant, that's your title. That ain't your name.
Yeah. Even though people just see you and they say, "Hey, Sarge," and you turn around, that's just a title.
That's just a title.
It's not really. It's not really a name.
So,
But yeah.
Or the Sabo.
Like you know, you go into like we was talking about last week. You become a chief. They say, "Hey, chief. Hey, chief." And then you turn around, you be like, "Hey," but that's not his name.
That's not his name. It's a title.
Yeah.
There's a difference. So.
And so they would have called him. They'd been like Mashiach,
So
Mashiach, and he'd have turned around. He'd have been like, I am the Mashiach.
One scripture is of God the Father means God had His Son. He's the light of the world. Okay. Of the Father, but through Christ, He created the heavens and the earth. Now Jesus is my creator. God is my Father, but Jesus is my fucking creator. He said, I'm going to call you brother. Now, I mean, you can use whatever name other than Jesus.
Yeah, they're both creative entities.
Yep.
In and of itself. Get Colossians chapter 1.
In the Father there was life.
Let me try to see
Life
if I can
and
find
light
another one.
mean the same thing in the Bible. Life and light.
Well, I'm gonna ask you this question. If I'm the creator, and I create an entity that creates everything, so you're looking at someone who created an entity that created.
I already caught the twist.
You already caught the twist.
Yep.
He said
Yahweh is the creator. He's the creator. If he created entities that created everything, he's the creator.
Is my creator.
They're both creators.
They're both creators.
The first creation,
all powerful.
was the Son.
He can't even be touched by sin.
Yes,
So,
chapter 1. Go
He
ahead.
is, and he had a son, and his son said, "Hey, you know, I need some brothers and sisters."
Yeah, start from the top.
Hey,
This is Colossians chapter 1, verse 1. Paul, an apostle of Yahawashi HaMashiach, by the will of Yahweh, and Timotheus, our brother, to the saints and faithful brethren in Hamashiach, which are at Colossus. Grace be unto you, and peace from Yahweh our Father, and the Lord Yahawashi HaMashiach. We give thanks to Yahweh and the Father of our Lord Yahawashi HaMashiach, praying always for you, since we heard of your faith in Yahawashi HaMashiach, and of the love which ye have to all the saints, for the hope which is laid up for you in heaven, whereof ye heard before in the word of the truth of the gospel, which is come unto you, as it is in all the world, and bringeth forth fruit, as it does also in you, since the day ye heard of it, and knew the grace of Yahweh in truth.
what's that, Ephesians?
As ye also learned of Ephraim,
What verse you at? I thought it's going to be a little bit shorter than that.
That sounds like Ephesians.
Here, the firstborn. Yeah, this one at 19. It's going on at 19. There's actually a little bit more. Right there, 16. Yeah, I didn't know it was that long. Yeah. So start right there, 14.
Verse 14. In whom we have redemption through his blood.
So that's clearly talking about Yahawashi, the redemption to his blood. Who's his blood? Who spilled his blood?
Yeah.
For the nation.
Even the forgiveness of sins.
Even for that's clearly talking about the Messiah, right? So keep going.
Who is the image of the invisible God.
So who is the image? So his son is his image. Is the image of the invisible God.
The firstborn of every creature.
Yep.
So the firstborn of every creature, the first thing he created was him.
Was
see, in order to be a creature, you have to be what? Created.
You had to be created. Yep, that's right.
Oh, see? Yeah, that.
Hey.
You heard that one. He was like, wow. So to be the firstborn of the creature, you got to have a creator.
Yep,
Yahweh was the main creator.
He was the main creator.
So it doesn't mean that Yahawashi didn't do anything, but the first creation was, like your brother was alluding to earlier, the firstborn of every creature. In order to be a creature, you must be created.
That's right. And this is oh, you got some more on that?
Yeah.
Keep going.
For by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers, all things were created by him and for him.
And for him.
For him.
Yep. Exactly.
This is Ephesians 3:8. Unto me, this is Paul. Unto me, who am less than the least of all saints, is this grace given, that I should preach among the Gentiles the unsearchable riches of Mashiach, and to make all men see what is the fellowship of the mystery, which from the beginning of the world have been hid in the Most High, who created all things by Yahawashi Mashiach. He created all things by Yahawashi, man.
Yeah. That's right. So a lot of like the things you see and don't see, created by him. The whole universe.
Yep.
Other planets, galaxies, solar systems, whatever you want to call them.
Created
or manifested from invisible to visible.
Hey, created by him and what? For him.
Yep.
So man, he's gonna be ruling it all, man. It's all his.
You got something else up?
No.
This is Isaiah 45 and 11. Thus saith Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel, and his Maker. So the Maker of Israel, the Creator of Israel, is Yahweh. As concerning of the things to come, concerning my sons, and concerning the work of my hands, can yan me. So he's even saying the work of my hands, meaning that I created this.
Yeah.
I'm the creator of Israel. Even when you go back into Genesis with Abraham, he promised that the inheritance would go to his seed.
Right.
So who brought that seed forth? Granted, he used a man on earth, but who molded it? Who professed it in the invisible and made it visible?
Right.
Who brought forth Isaac? Who brought forth Jacob? And who brought forth the patriarchs?
Right.
So he ordained it in the invisible, and it became fully manifest in the physical.
That's how it is, bro. That's how it is. It's beautiful, beautiful.
Now you were talking about titles earlier. So you understand the titles? That's a maker. He says he's also known as the Maker, right? The Holy One of Israel and the Maker, which is the Creator, the one that fashions. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have the vessel to honor and to dishonor. He created it.
Yep.
He ordained it already even before they even were physically manifested. He already spoken it, and it came to pass in the physical. That's one of the powers of when you see, like, for example, Yahawashi, when he was in the temple and the man had the withered hand, he told him, stretch forth thine hand. New hand was created.
Yeah, brand new.
You know what I'm saying? Spoke it in the invisible, and it came out and manifested in the physical. So how is he able to do that? He had to have that power from the beginning.
Yeah.
To speak something, and it happens.
Right.
Something physically manifests out of nothing.
Because he even he had the power to control elements.
The elements.
He can bring stuff in. You go into the Wisdom of Solomon, he goes into that. He says, I understood how things were created and the coming together of elements.
Yep.
So that's how Yahawashi, he would speak it into existence. He'd be like, sun, stars.
Yep.
Those elements just boom. And just come together. Hydrogen, oxygen, electrons, protons, boom. Here goes sun right there.
Right.
Then waters, solids, rocks, whatever.
That's why the ancient Egyptians, they were going off, but they would go into alchemy. They would study they would try and see how things bond and work with one another. And then that's how even today, in the last days, since Esau searches out iniquity, he's even able to make synthetics.
Yeah.
So he's taken other natural molecules and found ways to bind them together to create synthetic products and materials, which is off.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, he makes, and that's where you get all this stuff that he's made, all these abominations. Which is the works of his hands, not the words of Yahweh. When we make our stuff, the stuff is going to be straight, pure, natural, and lasting, and it's not going to contaminate the earth.
Yeah, that's why he said plant not diverse seeds in the same field because they'll crossbreed. They'll crossbreed, and they'll come from a strong state to a weakened state. That's why when we eating all these fruits now, they don't have seeds in them. Those are weakened fruit. And see, that's why that hybrid stuff is not made for us.
Yeah.
It's not designed the way that the Creator had it for us in the beginning. Because the fruits, man, I think it was in the book of Numbers where they would be carrying a whole stick of grapes. It'd be like big fruit, man. They had like some serious food going on back then.
Well, the clusters of grapes were a lot more plenteous.
Yeah.
So when you got it, it was like
that thing was bringing out some serious produce, man. You get a cluster of grapes right now, and then the doggone thing.
It would yield its strength. It would yield to its fullest ability.
Oh yeah, delicious.
Yeah. So yeah, it wouldn't yield this. Yeah, it wouldn't yield this strength. Yeah.
And now you saw how it's artificially creating things, and really, you know, some of this stuff that is out there is really just, you know, really not really you just got to basically get out of captivity.
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty much what it comes down to, because at the end of the day, you're fed at the mouth of your oppressor. So if he decides to go and put nothing but freaking bull crap, and then he ain't allowing you to grow stuff, that's against the law. He's gonna come around and be like, you got a garden, just gotta go. It's not, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So he saw that that's why he controls everything. Every area of life is controlled by him, man. And that's the hardest thing for our people to see.
Right,
because they don't understand warfare at all levels. Jake wants to see actual you being hanged up on a tree or shot in order to see that there's racism. There's racism against his kind. You know what I'm saying? He can't see it any other way. He can't see the economic deprivation.
Something like that happen. That's the only time they speak out on it.
Yep. Jay can't see he's being taught lies by his oppressor. He can't see that.
Can't see being targeted. Being targeted by these immunization shots.
Yep.
You know, being targeted just by.
The food is a big one, man. I've been reading up on food, and I'm finding out it's a lot of food don't got no life in it, man. You just eating empty
stuff, bro.
Empty, man. Empty, man.
You got to go overseas, bro.
Yeah, it's a difference.
You got to go to places like Africa, out in the country, where they actually grow their stuff and they actually have seasons.
That's why so many all other countries, bro. When you go to, they got markets. They got markets in the street where they selling fresh fruit and vegetables.
Right.
You don't see that nowhere out here.
Nope.
And they got
you might have somebody go do it every weekend out in the country somewhere where you can go get something. But you don't just see it on a daily basis like right here where you just get fresh food, fresh vegetables.
It's all GMO, but high fructose corn syrup.
Right. Now I can tell you for a fact, like in Israel, man, when they pull that fruit out of that ground, bro, that stuff be like super sweet.
Yeah.
You be like, man, and then you break it open, seeds all up in there. Now, when you go into history in the 1500s, when they had the Muslims were in control, I think it was around the 1500s when the Muslims were in control of Israel, and then they had the Templars come in. It says we must wrestle the land away from the heathen, talking about those Ishmaelites. He said, for this is the most fertile land upon the earth. Talking about that Fertile Crescent in that area, in that region over there. They call it the Fertile Crescent because, man, that land is so rich, and so when they planted stuff, man, it was fruitful and it was full of nutrition. Seeds, they could take the seeds and just replant the stuff, man. Over here, we can't do that. They done GMO almost everything. You got to go, and this is why one of the main reasons why they don't even like you to go outside the country and bring seeds from other places, because now you can get a seed that can reproduce and give you fruit. If you take a seed out of a orange today, man,
it's called Terminator seed.
Yeah, they got Terminator.
It's called Terminator seed. Have you ever read about that?
Yeah.
Terminator seed. So that's how all these Monsanto. Monsanto's. They're basically genetically modified. See, these people are so wicked, man. Esau is so wicked that this guy literally said, I'm going to spend money researching on how to actually create a seed that does not bear seed within itself.
Right.
Like it says in...
This dude is throwing.
No, man, if this guy is not freaking Esau, man.
Who is,
you guys, man, that are out there saying that this guy is not Esau, you guys are going to be freaking utterly wasted and destroyed off the face of the earth. Because it don't make no dang sense, bro. If this is not Esau, we got to go through a worse captivity than this one.
Man, and who can go through
because
this?
Because the worst captivity prophesied was going to be ours under Esau.
Yeah.
Right. So that means we got to go to worse hell than this.
Now this is bad, man. When you don't know that you in it, that is bad.
Yeah, bro.
They don't know that they in it, man. They don't know that they in it. When I figured out, when I was in it, man, I don't want to do nothing but go to work and go home and read my Bible. That's it. I don't want to go party. They feel like black.
I feel you on that.
I tell you, the last place, the most lioness place on the planet is the so-called black church, bro.
Man.
You can take that to the freaking bank and freaking deposit it and bring it back with interest, bro.
Yeah,
that's the #1 worst place for you to ever be on the planet. That's the full of lies and complete deceit. And that's how it's. That the worst thing about it is it's your own people teaching you the lies.
Right.
For money, man. And they know that people is destitute and oppressed.
Right.
And that's why. Oh boy, tell them about the video about the what's it called you sent on the Facebook. That dude that came, that pastor that came to Baltimore.
What's his name?
Is it Jamal Bryant?
Jamal Bryant. Yeah.
He got ran up out of the
Baltimore
hood by some gangsters.
Them gangsters say we tired of it.
Man.
We don't want it.
They said we know you siding with the oppressor, man.
Yeah.
They said you come back over here.
Hey, that boy was like this. We ain't having it. That boy was like, we ain't having it. You understand?
I could see that boy chest, man, thumping.
That boy was
a little close. You could see his chest like thumping.
That boy was doing some serious hand gestures on that boy. He was just pumping himself up.
Say, matter of fact,
he said,
I want you down right. You need to go right now.
That boy say, okay.
That boy had to walk down the street and go.
That boy was gone, bro.
You know, that's a big time pastor, man. That boy be on. Boy be on. He on television.
But the thing about it, the dude was right. The dude was right, man. That dude is constantly pushing poison to the community and keeping the people oppressed. Because how you think Esau is using those dudes as suppressors, bro?
Yep.
Keep them down.
That's what those pastors are. They're community suppressors.
That's right.
They gonna come when the pastors gonna have to pay. All of them gonna have to pay.
Yep.
And that's those same people that was back in the Maccabees, man. Because when Esau took over, man, you see that exact pattern. You see that there was a people that were among our men. There was wicked men among Israel, but it even tells you.
Yep, it even tells you.
They said the wicked men. These men were just.
And let's go side with Esau.
Yep.
And they were down with the oppression of their own people. And as long as they got financial gain out of it, they didn't give a damn. And you got to remember, when you're reading that Maccabees, we were getting killed, men, women, and children.
Yep.
And you had men of our nation that was down with it.
Yep.
But people want to say, oh, Israel got to get together. Why y'all divided?
Which is why
it ain't gonna happen, bro.
Which is why when you go into that Luke 1:71, that's lining right up with that Maccabees. All our adversaries talking about Esau, our enemies, and all those that hate us, because you got people of our own that hate us.
Yeah, it even tells you. It says.
That's right.
It even says it's like I forgot how it's phrased in there, but it says there were those that hate their people. I forgot how they phrase it, but it literally says something like that.
Yeah. In the Apocrypha. It states that.
It says
those that hate, those of their own people that hate them.
Yeah.
So here you got Israelites that hate other Israelites, and they knew
they were Israelites. Obviously, this ain't on this side. These people knew. So there's people among. They know. Hey, I know I'm an Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. I know about the covenants. Promise to the fathers, but I don't give a damn about my people. I hate them.
They hate.
So I'm gonna go inside with the oppressor, the enemy, and I don't give a damn if they get killed. You had kids getting killed for being circumcised. They knowing this stuff. They sit back there laughing it up, counting their money.
And see, most of these camps, they'll look at that and they'll say, "Oh man, they ain't know the man. He an Edomite, man. He an Edomite. He going against us. He an Edomite." See, that's why you can't really put labels on us either, man. You can't really say who's who. Because you'll be like, oh, that's an Edomite, he going with the Edomites. But nah, man, our people hated our people in the Bible.
Hated each other.
So we really can't even say who's who.
Now I'm going to get this. This is Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 1. Woe unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith Yahweh. Therefore thus saith Yahweh, the God of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people, ye have scattered the flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, saith Yahweh. Because that's what was happening. When Jason and all those men were rising up in Israel during the time of Maccabees, we were getting scattered because of what they were doing. those are supposed to be the leaders of our people. And that's when you saw us, you know, that's when really the scattering into places like Alexandria. The Alexandrian Jews, as they were known, came up in that time because of that stuff.
Right.
They ended up scattering over there to Alexandria, ended up in Libya. That's where, you know, you get some of that scattering in that particular time from. And other times as well, because every time we got scattered, it was always wicked leaders that rose up and led the people astray.
Yep.
And then we got, and then we faced the consequences. Go ahead and get that in that Baruch, or if you have something else, bring it out. Yeah, get that Baruch.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 23. The Agarenes that seek wisdom upon earth, the merchants of Meram and of the mine
of Teman, which is basically
Teman.
Teman is talking about the Edomites.
The authors of fables.
The authors of fables.
Look at
and
that.
searchers out of
That's
understanding. Good. None of these have known the way of wisdom.
Come on, so why are you going to learn it from them? Or
remember her paths.
That's good.
They don't have it.
That's good.
It tells you the Teman ain't got it, man. I'm going to keep reading. I'm going to get the Obadiah.
O Israel, how great is the house of Yahweh, and how large is the place of his possession. Great and has none end, high and unmeasurable. There were the giants famous from the beginning, and that were of so great stature and so expert in war. Those did not Yahweh choose, neither gave her the way of knowledge unto them. But they were destroyed because they had no wisdom and perished through their own foolishness.
That's right.
Who has gone up into heaven and taken her and brought her down from the clouds? Who has gone over the sea and found her and will bring her for pure gold? No man knoweth her way, nor thinketh of her path. But he that knoweth all things knoweth her, and has found her out with his understanding. He that prepared the earth forevermore has filled it with four-footed beasts. He that sitteth forth light and goeth call it again, and is obeyed him with fear. The stars shine in their watches and rejoice. When he calleth them, they say, Here we be. And so with cheerfulness they show it light unto him that made them. This is our God, and there shall none other be accounted of comparison of him.
This is our God, not the God of the Hagarenes,
right.
Not the God of Teman, of the Edomites, which is said that they were the maker of fables, man.
Man, what is that scripture?
That's Baruch chapter 3 and 23. It told you who they were, man.
That's right.
Hey, man, that's a good one, bro.
Them people are fable makers, man.
I like that one.
And our people go and run into it, man. This guy gonna tell you that this guy, this is the Messiah. He's gonna give you Cesare Borgia. You could, you know.
Yeah, I like that
Even
one.
in their own history, they write that was the painting that was made by Michelangelo was, or Leonardo da Vinci, whatever his name was a freaking Borgia, man.
That's right.
They're making fun of you. They even putting that stuff on freaking on their shows. The Borgias. They're making fun of you, man.
That was Bruce what? Bruce what?
3 and 23.
Baruch 3 and 23.
The maker of fables, man.
Hey, I hit that First Maccabees 11 and I guess start at 18 and go down to 21.
18.
Yeah. First Maccabees 11, 18 to 21.
This is First Maccabees chapter 11, verse 18. King Ptolemy also died the third day after, and they that were in the strongholds were slain one of another. By this means Demetrius reigned in the 167th year. At the same time Jonathan gathered together them that were in Judea to take the tower that was in Jerusalem, and he made many engines of war against it. Then certain ungodly persons who hated their own people went unto the king and told him that Jonathan besieged the tower.
Yeah, our people hated our own people, bro.
Right.
Woo! certain ungodly
in a time
people.
of adversity.
In the time of adversity.
In fact, that's in Sirach too.
Man, so that lets you know, man, our people hate our people, man. And certain people will come in, certain people will come into this thing just to see the demise of our people. You know what I mean? And that's what's so cold about it. They'll come in just to see the destruction, and like we'll be trying to, you know, we trying to help our people, but then you'll see people saying, man, I hate them people, man. I hate them boys for doing that. And I want to see us destroyed when we're trying to bring it to them for good.
The women too, man.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, yeah. Yeah, a woman left unto herself is more of a detriment of agent of chaos than a man that's without.
Yeah,
the reason why, because they will be the ones raising up the children to the next folly. Because all the folly our people are doing, when you really examine it, it's coming out of the single mother. That's why it tells you, menstruous woman shall bring forth monsters. Mm-hmm. They say that about the men.
And Esau knows that. That's why he designed it the way that he designed it over here.
Right. Because he knows she gonna feed. She gonna have that Satan. She gonna get that food straight from Satan and give it to them children.
Right.
Yep.
That's why they even teach the young boys to hate other men like them. They teach that.
Yeah.
They teach that. They instill that in the sons. That's where that violence among us manifested. Was that hate and energy of hate that she implanted into him.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
You know, a woman telling you, oh, I care about the community, but you still got freaking somebody else's hair on your head. We can't believe you. You know what I'm saying? That's self-hate. You gotta get out of it. You over here getting your hair blonde and all that stuff, and you talking about you love your own people. You go ahead and sit all the way down.
They do it because they think you look good.
No, because they want to be like they want to be like
they really do though.
They want to be like the oppressor.
They got
they envy the oppressor.
That's right.
If they got natural whatever hair, that's cool. It is what it is. But if you don't, and you trying to look like them, then
natural hair is
don't get mad when the guy you like is going and getting the actual real thing and not the fake. Yeah. When he go and actually go get him one that looks like what you're trying to look like, then you can't be mad at him. He's like, why would I deal with that when I could just go get the real thing? Men are logical, man.
That's true.
That's a message you said to your son as well. And you get mad because he brought back a Sweet Valley girl.
Yeah. That's why the scriptures say, I think that's Ephesians 6 and 4. Let me see. Okay, this is Ephesians. Well, I'll start from the top. It says, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor thy father and thy mother, which is the first commandment with promise, that it may be well with thee, and thou mayest live long on the earth. And ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. Now, when you go into that word nurture, it means training, instruction. So it means that bring them up in the training and warning of the Lord. Right. And so that's the main thing that we have to do when you know, dealing with that.
Right.
And that says to fathers. That was addressed to fathers.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. It's
addressed to mothers.
Yeah,
mothers do have an importance. That's how the women are going to also teach the children, but it's going to be on a lower level.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. You know, it's going to be on a lower level.
Yeah, and they're gonna have to get the guidance from the man. You know, yeah, they have to get the guidance from the man because, you know, that's who the Most High is dealing with in that realm.
Yeah.
He's gonna give it to the man, and then it's gonna trickle down because the Most High is all about order.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, then a wise and understanding woman will get it and understand.
Right. Right.
That doesn't mean a woman can't be wise.
Right. Right.
It tells you, forsake not a wise woman.
Right. Right.
Wise and understanding woman. So that means a woman can be wise.
Yeah. Look at Abigail and Nabal in 1 Samuel. Abigail was a woman of understanding. Nabal was, his name meant folly. Yeah. And so the dude operate.
These women today, they think they equal as a man.
Because they went and got a degree. That's why they got a paper degree from the tree of good and evil, from Esau's tree. Which is funny because even in Esau's eugenics tree, he has all his different levels of knowledge. So even he knows he's teaching off stuff.
Yep.
Right.
He has a diagram of it with religion here. You know?
Yeah.
He has every single last category covered of his own knowledge branch that he gives to everybody else.
Yeah.
You know, but the knowledge of this word he don't have, like Teeman. the maker of fables, man.
Yeah.
The old wise man of Teman, man.
Dude, that's a good scripture, man. That's a good one right there. I like that one.
That's all they're good for, man. That's why Esau gets mad. Esau knows, man, that we are very well within our right to actually go against him, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
They know, man.
They know.
That's why sometimes they don't even be talking to us, because they like, man, these guys have a right to be upset.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna act like we didn't do it. I'm gonna just act like it's no. We still in the midst of our captivity.
Right.
The Father has scattered us. Don't act like we didn't. That things have changed up. That you want to treat us better. But we know you, and we gonna tell you outright. We're not making no agreements with you. And they don't like that, man. They don't like that.
Because the scriptures specifically say, make no covenant with thine enemy, man. You're not supposed to make no kind of covenant with them whatsoever.
See, they know we're preaching a different message, man. And that's about salvation.
That's why them over there were just over here hollering towards us just now, a few minutes ago.
Yep.
You know?
Across the street over there.
Sitting that blonde head sitting over there, they hollering from way over there.
Yeah. They know, man. They know we're...
Yeah, and just like when she came up, she said something about can the white girl get in? Like this is like it's about black and white thing.
Yeah.
But we got the Bibles up here.
Yeah.
You know? You don't go up in the church, Christian church, and go up there to the pastor and say anything about some race, about can a white girl come in the church?
But they'll say they see no color.
one of their primary to go to. I don't see it. Okay.
They can take this for a joke, man, but the Most High got a special day coming for them, man.
Yeah.
A special day of vengeance.
Yeah.
Just gonna be a nice portion of that day gonna be all dedicated to them.
Yeah. Because people don't understand, man.
Right.
Most time you having beef with, man. When you go, I was listening to, what was I listening to? I don't know if I was listening to it or if I was reading it. But like, when Saul was risen up as king, man, he was like, he came and said, listen, you got to go out to Amalek. I remember what they did to the children of Israel when they were in the way, man. That was hundreds of years before.
Yeah.
So he still had beef.
Yeah, he didn't forget, bro.
He had beef with them, man. What? Esau say that happened 100 years ago. Nah, buddy.
Yeah,
you think Yahweh didn't change.
Yeah.
I don't think the God of Israel didn't change, because now that's the reason why they have to take away it out of remembrance. And that was a thing that was done amongst all the other nations. So the elites of the other nations, they're so hateful against us that they were down with another group of people being called us. Yeah. Just so we don't wake up. They're like, we'll agree.
Right.
Now they complaining about being under that control of Esau.
Yeah.
Now they complaining about it because they thought they was gonna get good in on the deal, but Esau is he don't share.
He don't share, man. That dude is
he can't be trusted, man. Even factions of themselves are divided. They don't even trust the other side. Yeah. Like the whole thing with the Russians, that stuff is real. Because there's stuff that's orchestrated about like orchestrating a war that is done by the elites, and they have different puppets and stuff like that. This thing with them is really real. Yeah. The Russians, that stuff is really real. That's really some elites among them saying, I don't trust NATO. I don't trust them other people. Right. When this new world order, they want to do this one world currency. I don't trust that. Because they could shaft us, and it could just be for the certain ones of them. So we gonna arm up and make sure that we set up our own stuff. So the Most High is, even though the elites partly want a war in the Middle East, it's partly being orchestrated really by the Most High putting it on men like Putin.
Yeah, and we know that because it's in the scriptures that way. So we know that that's not a fake thing. That's a real thing that's going on between them.
He was going to put a battery in them.
Yeah.
And it's not we know that's real.
Yeah.
Like that's a real thing. Like he just got them, he got their minds to where they like, man, get America, get NATO. Yeah. They training out there thinking about killing them. They really about
and it ain't going to change. It's going to get worse. It's going to progress.
Yeah. Because see, they know that the mindset of Esau, these Edomites over here, is deception. Everything is deception, because they come to NATO.
Deception.
They say, well, we're just going to put the missile defense shield over here. We're not going to mess with you. But Putin already done checked that track record. Say, man, I already know what y'all about. So, no, you can't put that defense shield up. Hey man, he gangster, bro.
Bro, he's a freaking beast, bro.
That dude is a gangster. He ain't
man.
Hey,
bro, that dude is for real, bro. You look at this when he be talking. You look at his eyes like this dude is about that action.
Yeah, that boy has a.
And you can tell the Most High put a battery in him, bro.
Yeah,
because you check his demeanor, you're like, look, the Most High put a battery.
That boy just like this here. He just. That boy just focused, bro. You know what I'm saying? That boy ain't playing, man.
Donald Trump ain't said shit to him. He ain't said Donald Trump ain't said shit.
Oh no, because that boy is real, man.
He ready. He got the launch pad ready.
And they know they can't touch him because, you see, you can't plan no assassination attempt on him.
You can't.
Because if you do, that's it.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
So they can't touch him. They can't. Oh.
Did you hear about
that Isaiah 13?
Did you see that election piece, bro?
They should not regard silver gold.
You saw those Russian
13 and 16.
Those Russian elections?
Yeah,
those Russians. They saw they got with them Russians that had a thing on this election that was coming up, bro.
I was telling people not to vote.
Yeah, telling them not to vote.
Really telling Jake not to vote.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about it, we ourselves, we don't vote because we don't vote for no.
We don't
believe in this system.
Yeah, we don't believe. So we ain't gonna put another over our people.
Yeah, we're not gonna go and be in their politics. So our reasonings is different. But there was actual Jakes in line during the election that was telling other Jakes not to vote. And now we don't even know if they were Jake. They might have just been some Russians.
Hey, it might have been, bro.
And it was going on certain message boards that I used to go to a lot. And that was basically geared towards Jake.
Right.
And you had a lot of threads, man. Don't vote. It's some bull crap. Don't vote for anybody. Don't participate. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So man, they had machines. They had whole Facebook pages. Dedicated to like pro-black rhetoric, and it was made by Russians.
Yeah, it was made by Russians.
So they're trying to create that division here. Also, while America's trying to create the divide too.
Yeah. So they all in cahoots on certain levels.
Correct.
But then there's levels of it that's real.
Yeah.
Like Putin, because he know, man.
He don't trust because he's a very rich man.
Very
He's trying to lose billions over some chip that he don't control.
Yeah, exactly.
He worked like tens of billions of dollars.
Think about this. This dude, of course, he's leading that whole thing. He's a billionaire, and then I'm the owner of this. I'm running this place.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me you gonna chip my stuff so my dealing with this dude can be
crash the economy?
Yeah.
So that way you could do a chip to control the world? Oh hell
no. Oh no, I ain't doing
And that's why that really his motivation.
You're right.
He don't really want that chip to come out because he knows that stuff he don't know where it's gonna end for him and his family and for his people.
Right.
So
that dude's like, man.
Regard silver gold. I think it's Isaiah chapter 13, verse 12. I think 17.
That's why you got. That's why you have such stiff opposition coming to NATO from the. You have stiff opposition coming from NATO with the BRICS nations. So you have Brazil, Russia. You have Brazil, Russia, South Africa, India, and them coming against these coming against NATO, man.
That's right.
It's like, man, nah.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little what's called. In fact, I actually have a little lesson. I already got the what's called. It's got to do the post-production for it. I got a little lesson on how like the brother was saying, these Edomites over here, their mindset is, man.
Yeah.
You gotta look back, go to that Dr. Strangelove, man. Go to the scene in the war room, man. You know what I'm talking about. You know, go ahead, bro.
This is Isaiah chapter 12, chapter 13, verse 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it.
Yeah, keep going.
Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans, excellency, shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
So that mean that boy gonna push that button on this place, man.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be no regard for the fruit of the womb, cause them missiles ain't gonna have no sympathy.
Yeah, he ain't gonna, because when you make those type of decisions, you have to say, what about those innocent kids that had nothing to do with this?
Right.
He ain't gonna care about that. That's what it's saying.
Yeah.
When they decided to launch them nukes, he ain't gonna have no pity to say, what about the kids? Esau didn't do it when he bombed
Nagasaki and
Nagasaki.
Yep.
There was children there. Why don't you care about the future of them kids?
Coming out with 2 heads, man.
Come on, bro.
Man,
Agent Orange, look at Agent Orange in Vietnam. Man, these Edomites gotta pay. They gotta pay, man.
Where that was in Isaiah?
Isaiah 13, 17. So yeah, that's why when he makes that decision, because when you're in that level, you gotta make that decision on whether or not the loss of life that you're gonna make is worth it, and the kids.
Right.
You gotta think about the kids. But the Most High gonna have his heart where he's like, man, to hell with that. I'm gonna just throw the bombs, man.
Right.
And whoever dies, no. Hey, like, listen, like,
Collateral.
no, but if your boy in Rocky, if he dies, he dies. You know?
Yeah.
They don't, you know?
They don't care.
That's how he gonna be, man. If he dies, he dies. So, you know?
Dude, don't let, man.
No pity, bro.
These, I'm gonna tell you, man, what these dudes do, they study what is called, they study that Sun Tzu, the art of war, man.
Yeah.
If you know
and you can tell Putin,
he studies
that stuff,
this
man.
Dude,
everything he's doing is that operation. He's keeping his friends close and his enemies closer.
Yeah.
He's playing like, hey, I'm cool with y'all, we'll do some things, but then, okay, I'm preparing just because I know what y'all up to.
Right.
Whereas Kim Jong-il, he ain't doing that. He just outright I'm want to bomb you guys.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to get in cool, but everybody else, the China is operating that same way. Oh, we got a business relationship. Okay, you got your Jordans.
Yeah.
We'll do that. Oh, your iPhones. Oh, we'll ship them. We'll make them and ship them and continue our little, what's it called? But in the meantime, let's build up our navy in the South China Sea. Because we see what you're trying to do.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So America, man, man, listen, man. If you believe in America, you are a twofold demon, bro. You are really a demon because if you know what they've done and what they're doing to our people and just globally.
Right.
You really just have no conscience.
They constantly take whatever little rights that you believe that you have in this country, man.
Yep.
Because see, now when you have absolutely no rights, man, dude, they just come in and do whatever, which they already doing now.
Yep. Yeah, so
They don't apply to them. They don't apply for it. That's what they have for.
Yeah.
Every 3 months.
Yeah, it's straight set up, bro. It's a setup. And everything, like they stated, they say never let a good crisis go to waste. They use those as opportunities to bring in more statutes that take away more rights that the United States
which is why they let the dude do it. Because they knew
a month in advance, bro.
They already knew he was planning on doing it. They saw he bought guns. He was looking at videos. They knew that the people had already reported that they feel he was going to shoot up school.
Yep. They all FBI knew, bro.
So they're like, look, sit back and let's see if he's going to do it.
And they let it happen.
Tell him, let's just see if he's going to do it. That boy did it.
Then they captured.
Come on, huh?
That would have been Jake.
Jake would have been, hey, man.
Before he put the gun in, blast his ass.
Hey, yeah, he just dropped that gun and then they were like, he shooting.
He would have looked like Swiss cheese.
Hey, they'd have made Jake Tony Montana on that part, man.
Yeah. He would have out there like your boy in Trading Day.
Yeah, man.
That boy would have been there just coming out the cutlass.
Look, you see when he went to the judge, his attorney holding him like this. His attorney holding him like he's a little, like he's a little sorrowful little kid that he didn't mean it.
Oh, you see it already?
He holding him like this in front of the judge, like hugging him.
He already gonna get the insanity plea. Already like, oh, he was an orphan, he was this, he lost his adoptive father, his adoptive mother. They're already preparing the insanity plea, bro.
See, if Jake would have did that, it would have been a terrorist attack. Then if Jake would have had a beard, they'd been like, all these black Jakes with beards, they are the enemy. Like, that's how they do it, bro. It's deception, bro. It's all deception.
Man, the ideological subversion, man.
That's how they do it, bro.
Esau's a natural slanderer by nature. And they know it, man. They know it, man. I done been around Edomites, bro, at least around 1990.
They love to.
And them people, man, they will lie, man. If they lie at school, they'll tell you your kid has got disabilities.
Right.
I think your kid doesn't know how to concentrate. Your kid needs to be held back.
And the parents will believe it too. You got ADD. Shut up.
Ooh, man, bro. Hey, man, and this cancer stuff, bro. Woo, they up here not diagnosing these people right, saying, oh, you ain't got number 5 years left. People don't be having cancer, then they go in for chemotherapy and get cancer, bro. Come on, man. That's
chemotherapy
wicked.
weaken the body.
that is wicked.
You have any questions?
Hey, Dr. Mangala, man.
Asher?
That boy walked off.
That boy hit that Asher. That boy hit that Asher and walked off. So I guess he say he Asher, I guess.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know what he's talking about.
He should have talked to us. Well,
He looked like
you know they got a lot of Japanese people out there in Brazil.
oh yeah.
If he was looking at the distance and stuff,
Yeah.
you got a lot of Japanese in Brazil and some in Peru.
Yeah, he probably just looking because he live out there. He probably
He might be, he might be Brazilian. Because
Yeah.
the largest group of Japanese outside of Japan is actually in Brazil.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. It's like your guy Lyoto Machida,
He looking at it
UFC,
like he live in
he's a Japanese
Brazil, so,
Brazilian.
I'm trying to ask you.
That boy say,
That's how he looking at it.
Yeah. Although we have people scattered.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I almost been thinking about doing a lesson on not just the scattering, but really on some stuff to really shut down this whole pro-black Israelite thing.
Yeah,
man, there's some stuff that if we do it, bro, I'm telling you, man, a lot of these guys gonna be ashamed.
bro.
Y'all gonna be ashamed. Y'all gonna be like, man, why are you doing that? I'm like, it's gotta be done. You got it. See that? It's like we do that. It just, man.
It's crazy, bro.
Bro, if we go into certain things just over on this side of the world, a lot of you guys would be, man, y'all gonna realize y'all be.
It's like, why was I doing that, man?
Bro, you gonna realize, bro.
Because,
we already went into a little bit about it. Hey, Nicki Minaj, man.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj's dad is East Indian.
And then y'all, hey.
But y'all
co-sign for
we're not saying she's not Israel.
Yeah.
We're just saying you pro-black Negro only Israelites. You guys will have to have a lot of explaining to do when it comes to things like that.
She's a witch anyway. Why we doing her? She's a damn witch.
Huh? You got a card?
Yeah, I got a card.
Hold on just a minute.
All right.
So you just came from saying Black Panther. You stopped.
Hey, shoot. Sometimes that Black Panther could lead someone to look at this stuff.
Yeah, because these avenues, man.
Sometimes that could open up a door of like, a lot of people gonna go off and they're gonna go into trying to do everything else.
Hey man, let's go and find the lost city of Uwanga.
Yeah.
They go into.
Or they gonna throw on a daishiki.
Yeah, put it on their daishiki.
Back to what's that?
Let's go.
What's that?
Pan-Africanism type stuff.
Yeah. That could lead to a lot of Pan-African.
But then it can lead to here too.
It can lead to this too.
It's all
because it's now saying, what about my identity?
Yeah.
And now they're looking at themselves like, man, we are. Now they're seeing a representation of themselves as being a special people, even though it's fake, but they could identify with that, and then they can basically be like, man, I need to find out about more of who I am, and that could lead to, that's why I'm going to probably do a Black Panther lesson.
Yeah.
Just to,
man, that ought to be a good lesson, bro.
And segue it package it a certain way.
Right.
And they'd be like, damn, you know what, I need to look into that.
Yeah, that's a good piece to get into, bro. Because, man, when you do pieces like that, man, people be like, they be flocking.
Oh, sure, I did that. Hey, I did that apocalypse lesson. That joker got a bunch of views. I still be getting the suggestions on my phone.
I know, man.
Like, damn, bro.
People be looking at that. It was the culture of Yahawashi, something like that. Apocalypse of culture of Yahawashi.
And I was going to do another one, a second version of it when they dropped the X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah.
That was based on when it was rumored to come out.
Yeah.
Not the official movie. But I had a second one planned. I had all the pictures, I had all the precepts, but I ended up not doing it. I think I did like other lessons, and then the movie came out and I was like, yeah, forget it. Yeah. And I just put it on the back burner. But this is pretty easy because they hide a lot of things. When they originally made Wakanda, Wakanda is actually a Native American word. I forgot what it means, but it's actually a word that comes from here. But Wakanda, I'm pretty sure, is also that word is used in other languages too, because a lot of the ways you say Hebrew words is very similar in a lot of places in Africa. There's a lot of ahs at the end, and there's not many, you don't get a lot of the words like how we say it in English over there. They very much sound like Eastern words. Now, when they originally made the comic in 1966, because Stan Lee, who's a so-called Jew, who they're lesser luminaries, as they would be called on this to people, they're privy to information about our people. So when they made Wakanda, Wakanda was based out in right where modern day Israel is. Because what they did is they said this land, Wakanda, is near the land of Canaan and by Egypt. And they basically put a fake map of Wakanda. Now what they did is in later editions, they made it over by Uganda. So that's what they made it by later on, to basically try and basically not give too much information.
And it's funny because before those so-called Jews was going to the land of Palestine, they was heading to Uganda, bro.
That's right.
They was heading to Uganda.
So you see how they hit that in there?
They hit that in there.
That's heavy.
That's heavy, bro. And then they detoured them and pushed them over there to Israel, bro.
Yep.
They were all heading to Uganda. They were.
Yeah, Uganda was one of the lands that they were looking into if they couldn't get Israel immediately. Because eventually the end game was to get it. But they find the best way they found the way was to create a fake hollow hoax, and then to basically create the United Nations and then give it over to the people.
Yep.
Good brother, you write that in the center.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
It's cool. But yeah, so all that stuff is, it's very easy to do. I could spin it off, be all things to all men, and spin it a certain way. Yeah. And get brothers and sisters like, oh, I didn't look at it like that. Yeah. Just like the Black Panther. The Black Panther is an avatar. It's a representation of something. We have what Yahawashi is what? He's a lion. Right? So it's the same type of concept. It's his avatar, a lion. Yeah. So, but they're gonna mix in certain things that's off. Yeah. They're gonna mix in heathen type of what's it called elements into it. But there's certain elements that you could draw from that are valid, and and that's the reason why Edomites are so upset about the movie, because of the fact that it presents a kingdom with a king and a people that he cares for, and they're not conquered. Right? Yeah. That right there is a freaking.
They got power.
They got power.
And
they're more advanced than everybody else. Right. So that in and of itself, even on a fantasy level, that bothers Esau. That's why Edomites is like even so-called major comic book people that are they're not in their boycotting the movie. They're not going to watch it, and they're going to put bad reviews on it. So it's one of those things that even just a even just a fictional representation of our ways is too much for them.
Right.
On a fictional level.
Yeah, on a fictional level, bro. Yeah.
That stuff bothers them. Yep. How much more in real deal? That lets you know these people really hate us. Yeah. Because they can't even let Jake have the fake stuff.
I know, right? Let's go, bro.
You should let Jake run with the fake stuff, because Jake ain't gonna do nothing tangible with the fake. Right. Jake is all about being inspired and not doing nothing. He's like Barack Obama's presidency, he didn't do a damn thing. That stuff made stuff worse, and that's the first thing I said when Barack Obama got elected. When he got elected, I remember talking to one of my friends, and we both was like, man, things about to get worse for us. But all the women was like, oh, all the stupid Jake, oh, this is gonna be so important for our future. We're gonna advance him. Nah, we going straight backwards. We going straight back. We going even further back.
Hey man,
them Edomites is pissed off, man. They stopped hiring Jake. They stopped promoting Jake. They started wanting to get revenge, and they in the power seat.
They got it. Look who they got in there now.
You had to be somebody that hate his own people just to get a foot in the door. Yeah. Oh, I hate the way those blacks do. Oh, well, man, you black. I hate my people.
Hate them. Yeah,
oh, okay. So you wanted a Maccabean?
Yeah.
Yeah, Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah.
Uncle Ruckus, man. I think I got something real quick. We can probably do it before we close off.
Yeah.
This is where it was. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 1. So I returned and considered all the oppressions that are under the sun. And behold, the tears of such as were oppressed, and they had no comfort. And on the side of their oppressors there was power, but they had no comfort. Come on, man.
That they had no comfort, man.
Are these Edomites, are you concerned? See, they can't even acknowledge. This right here is a cold cut, man. How can they even believe in this Bible if they can't understand just that right there? Yep. You guys is finished, man. Straight finished. That right there, that one right there finished.
Through.
Because that's something that Solomon considered, but they don't consider at all.
Right.
They deny it.
Yeah, straight enough.
I want to be on that video.
Hey, how y'all doing?
And a white pullout.
It ain't about white and black. It's not about that.
See?
It's about the truth of the gospel.
Oh, well, you know what? I know where my roots come from, and I'm from the 330 that come from the original Jews that came from Israel.
Oh, so are you in captivity?
What's your last?
No,
My last name has nothing to do with it.
No, okay, question though. I'm asking a question though.
What'd you say, DNA?
Hey, if that's the case, I'm asking you a question. Are you in captivity?
I'm not in captivity.
Then there's no way you could be our. You can no way you could be
people ever been in captivity.
No. But according to you see that?
According to the scriptures, he who endures until the end is saved.
What are you saying from?
What are you saying from?
Lying to me for all my life.
You're right.
All the church.
That's right.
They have been.
That's right.
Hey, I'm gonna give you.
All I knew.
He who endures till the end is saved.
Hey, did you see how that thing flipped from Jewish to Christian?
Hold on, bro.
Hey, bro, that was classic. That was classic.
Wow.
Bro.
Hey,
Bro, she flipped that, so she came up talking about Jewish up here like, and then I asked her the last thing. It doesn't matter. Then she say, "Well, I was saying
DNA.
That's what I'm saying.
DNA against with Moses.
that woman went from a so-called Jew to a Christian. See, that's what I'm saying. It don't take long, man.
It don't take long.
If he shaded her a little bit longer, I was just gonna hit her with. Just gonna hit her with that Luke 1.
And just to let you people know, man, we didn't entice her to come over here. She came on her own free will to come and say whatever she had to say.
Right.
And what did she do? She exposed herself, man.
Exactly. Hey, because I asked her, she's in captivity.
She said, "I'm not in captivity."
Okay.
She claimed
you don't need a savior.
She claimed you, and then she say, "I'm saved."
Because see, I was watching a video with this guy. He was doing a thing with an Igbo in Nigeria, and he was on there saying, "We got to get out of this captivity." He's not in the truth. He said, "I'm tired of us being in this captivity. This thing is too oppressing. The oppression is too much on our people." So he's acknowledging that he is a people that has not a place to stay. Because when you go into Hebrews 11. It tells you that, in fact, let's go back to the Hebrews 11. Hebrews 11, because it tells you, I think it's towards like the bottom right, you know what I'm talking about? It says like how they acknowledged that they did not have no place. Hebrews 11, go to about.
They wandered in the desert and mountains and in caves.
Because it tells you about being the wandering Jews, meaning not having a home.
Yep.
We're the wandering Jews. We're the people that's wandering out. You can read
that's around about 37, 38.
Yeah.
This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 38. Of whom the world was not worthy, they wandered in deserts and in mountains and in dens and caves of the earth. And these all, having obtained a good report through faith, received not the promise. That was really just that 38.
Yeah, really just that 38. And those at that time.
Yeah, they were stoned, they were sawn asunder, they were tempted, they were slain with the sword, they wandered about in sheepskin and goatskins, being destitute, afflicted, tormented.
Wait, she didn't say that. We're destitute and tormented. We're oppressed.
Killed by the sword.
Come on.
That's from being afflicted.
That's affliction right there. That brother.
That's him. That's the one I saw earlier today.
Yeah.
That was the one that had the headphones on.
That brother.
You seen him before?
No, I ain't
That's
seen
when I saw. That's when I saw when I was on the other side.
Man,
that's a smite thee with madness.
Yeah.
Astonishes your heart.
Yeah.
That's actually happening. That what you're seeing right there is a manifestation of Deuteronomy 28. Right?
Yep. Yep. That's right, man.
And see, the thing about it, what's so cold about it, is that the other nations, when they see that, they don't understand that that's a manifestation
Yeah.
They laughing at him.
of the Bible.
They laughing at him. Look,
Yeah.
they laughing.
Mm-hmm.
They think it's funny.
Yeah. And see, and it tells you they would not be suffered them to be buried.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Is would suffer them not to be put into graves, meaning to be put to rest. What they do, they continue the affliction, the oppression.
And the people over there still laughing, huh?
Yep.
I mean, they killing themselves laughing.
Yeah.
Man, that's prophecy manifested, bro.
Yep. He said he will give me a blind, that's what, Deuteronomy 28:28.
Mm-hmm.
You'll smite me with blindness, astonishment of heart.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Look at that, bro.
See?
Brother say, he say, if that car is going back.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the attack upon the man of Israel, bro.
Right, exactly.
That's the reason why, to be cold honest, that's the reason why the Most High had to raise up the men.
Yeah.
And this stuff had to be really put upon our head as men. Because there's no way our women would want to leave, most of our women would want to leave this captivity. There's no way. Because that's not the condition that they're going to be in.
Right. Uh-huh.
They already got the freaking government. They got the goods.
Yeah.
They got the freaking child support. They got the freaking Section 8.
Like woman over there filming.
They got the employment. If they want to go get a freaking call center job, they can get it like that.
Man, hey, bro, that's sad, bro. That's sad, man. Man.
And he talking about being oppressed.
Yeah, he talking about being oppressed.
All he's saying over
Yeah, they done took my car.
That dude not out his mind. That dude talking about being oppressed. Talking
Yeah.
about everything he going through right now.
Yeah.
And he took his car.
Yeah.
Talking about I wish I had a bathtub. I'm homeless.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
That's what he's saying.
Our people, boy, these people tearing our people up, bro.
And they don't care. See, this is the thing. And best believe, listen, that's why we don't care if Edomite knows we're Israel or not.
Right.
It's 2,000 years ago when they did, they still did it to us anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
So it don't matter if they acknowledge that. Just like this lady that came up here, she didn't want to acknowledge who we were.
Right.
She knew who we were.
She knew who we
were.
was.
But she knew, that's why she brought that up. I'm a Jew too.
I'm a Jew too, yeah. But then she flipped to Christianity when the brother came at her.
So she's a descendant of 330. Get the heck out of here.
Well, yeah, whatever that means. And then she comes.
You say you're not oppressed.
And then she's talking about I'm saved. Come on, man. Don't no Jews say they saved.
Never.
Come on, man.
Never. They don't. They never. Amalekite say that.
An Amalekite will never come out of his mouth because he ruling. A ruler does not need to be saved from anything, bro. This dude is in control.
Major.
I moved one of them last week, man. The nigga was saying over in the Heights, the house costs $600,000. We moved them, right? We had to put on booties.
See, this stuff will make you mad too.
The bill came. The bill was like $100 more than it was supposed to be. He said, "Look, he told my dispatcher, look here, man, fuck you. I'm not paying that bill."
I'm gonna get this real quick. You got it?
I deal with motherfuckers like you every day. He said, "Y'all get out my house before I call the police on you." I said, "Oh, man."
This is
And he probably didn't even pay.
And he probably didn't pay. I think he was a lawyer. He said he was gonna sue this shit out my company.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 28. And Yahweh shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. That's what that guy is going through, man. Astonishment of heart, man.
That's right.
His meaning astonishment of his mind. He's completely dejected.
Yeah.
He's mad. He's upset. And what else were some of the curses? Let me keep going down because I think he's talking about taking of things. Verse 31, thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. Wait, hold on. You shall not eat thereof. Thine ass, which is his car, shall be violently taken away before thy face. You just saw the repo man take away his ass away. Because that's all the ass is, a donkey. You can ride it, you can work with it, you can do stuff with it. So it was violently taken away from him. That's why he said my car. He lost his car too. Shall be taken away before thy face, and shall not be restored to thee.
Man, bruh.
Come on, man.
He ain't worried about it. He said, F that car.
Yeah.
Verse 34. So that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see.
Dang, bruh.
There's some Deuteronomy, man.
Yeah.
Bruh. Them curses, bro.
Curse is real, bro.
Curse, curse in the field, curse in the city.
Yeah.
It's no matter where you go, bro.
Intelligent, smart, probably degree.
Yeah. And man, them curses.
Man, I told them brothers, man, I have relatives of men that had degrees and were taxi cab drivers, ice cream men, you know, perennial substitute teachers with degrees.
This stuff is real, bro. This stuff is real.
You get what I'm saying, huh?
Look at, he can't stop,
working stocking jobs with a bachelor's degree, having to be an overnight stalker. So it don't matter, man. You know, y'all trying, like, our people try and push, oh, get educated, you're gonna get free education. They push education is gonna give you out of poverty. Man, it puts you in debt, man.
That's what it does.
The best thing that I said before, man, I said it, I'll say it again. If you were Jake, man, better off getting a certificate, get you a welder's license, get you something else, get you a CDL. Don't even waste your 4 years over there, man. Unless Esau paying for that for free, don't even waste your time with that, man. Because when you get out of there, you're going to get the same job that you're going to get if you didn't go in there anyway.
That boy just had to get that off his chest, man.
Yeah.
He just had to get it off his chest, man.
Yeah. I wish the brother would come over here, man, so we could talk, give him his word. When he walked down the other way.
Yeah, he went on down. He went on down.
That stuff is demoralizing, bro.
Shit, we can go ahead.
Yeah, we can go ahead and wrap it up. Bro, we need to get out of here, man.
Right.
This place is through, bro. This place is through, bro.
Sitting over there at the table looking at
laughing.
Laughing. Yeah.
See, that's what, and these Edomites would tell you if Lazarus was around, they would have helped him. Huh? Right?
And, yep, that's what they say, bro.
All them people that was, when Yahawashi had mercy upon the man that was cutting himself, that had legions on him, they would have been laughing.
Yeah.
But what if when Yahawashi healed him, he says, go and tell thy friends how the Lord had mercy on them.
Powerful, bro.
Go ahead, Art.
This is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 26, verse 6. Now when Yahawashi was in Bethany, in the house of Simon the leper, there came unto him a woman having an alabaster box of very precious ointment, and poured it on his head as he sat at meat. But when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, to what purpose is this waste? For this ointment might have been sold for such and given to the poor. When Yahawashi understood it, he said unto them, why trouble ye the woman? For she has wrought a good work upon me. For ye have the poor always with you, but me you have not always. For in that she has poured this ointment on my body, she did it for my burial. Verily I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also this that this woman has done be told for memorial of her. And with that, we want to give all the praise, all the glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi. Peace and salutation to the brothers that's doing this work in truth and in sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.